What is going on, everybody out there in YouTube land? Revolutionary Cowboy here, and of course, you see I got a couple of guests off here to my right. Of course, one of you already know, but one of them is new to the stream. So, of course, we got my pal Josh, aka J-Rose Productions, and we got Mark Sola, who's a good friend of Josh and also mine. So, welcome, guys.
Yeah, g'day, John. Thanks very much for having me here again, as usual, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me there, Jonathan.
Hey, no problem. So, for everybody watching now, as we'll try to give everybody some time to jump on, man, what a show tonight.
Yeah, and for me to calm down after what happened in the end.
Oh, that was a mind-blowing pay-per-view, that's for damn sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll let John explain what's going on since this is his channel.
Yep. Over to you, Jonathan.
Yeah. So, for anyone that does join us soon, and I did post on Twitter, of course, in our Discord servers, and hopefully people will jump on and they'll see that we are live.
Yep.
AEW All Out, and how about those debuts tonight? I mean, man.
Oh, yeah.
Something
that
else.
was... Yeah, it's not just one, not two, but 3 debuts.
Like that 4, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the fourth one. Yeah, I was
the John Moxley match.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But at least when it comes to former WWE superstars, wrestlers now in AEW. I mean, man. So hopefully some people will join us here soon. Of course, we're not going to just talk just about AEW. We'll also talk about, well, WWE and what Vinnie Mac is doing to NXT. And, if they really are trying to turn people away from their product to AEW, they're doing a good job of it. It's already bad enough of what they do with the main roster, but now you want to touch NXT, which was the only competition for AEW at the time, to move to the Tuesdays. Now it's like, but we'll get to that shortly. So, all right, I'm going to put this on the screen. So, All Out thoughts. So, first of all, for anyone who wants to know, I didn't really watch the show myself, and believe me, I wanted to watch it, but I just wasn't really ready to shell out $50 for the pay-per-view. Call me cheap if anybody wants to, but I'm sure there's people that will agree with me. That's a little too much nowadays when, WWE don't do that anymore, so I feel like AEW shouldn't, but whatever, not the point. I wasn't ready for it anyway, because they had just announced at the last minute that they were going to do All Out on Fight TV here in the U.S., because previously it was on Bleacher Report on the BR Live app, but that app is gone apparently. So it's good it's on Fight TV, and it's already was available for Josh and Mark in Australia because they actually got it for pretty cheap with their subscription plus the pay-per-view price.
Yeah, I think it was only like for the pay-per-view price was at about $20 US.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just for the pay-per-view by itself, and then we've got a monthly subscription of I think $5 US for AEW Rampage of Dynamite, and I think Dark as well.
Yeah, which so far to come out, we don't get that option yet, but hopefully that'll change. If Fight is going to be the new home for AEW here in America, because of pay-per-views and on-demand content, hopefully they will do that, and the pay-per-views will get cheaper over time, especially when they only do 4 a year. So, fingers crossed, because, as much as I still like WWE, there's times it gets harder and harder to watch it, so it'd be nice to have alternatives because of watching pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
At least it was good to be on Josh's stream and having him and Mark keep updated with what was going on, especially that ending. And just when you thought it was done,
It sure was.
It was a mind-blowing ending.
Yeah, and you can definitely tell that I was trying to put my words into my mouth afterwards, and I just couldn't get them all together. That shows how mind-blown I was at the end of the Kenny Omega and Christian Cage match.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's turn this off real quick.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I was going to turn off my Wi-Fi so my Wi-Fi don't interfere with the Ethernet cable, but...
Yeah, that's right.
I can't really do justice on trying to describe everything that happened because I didn't watch. So, I mean, I know everything that happened, but you guys can give like the best details of everything that happened of each match, some stuff like
All
that.
right.
We'll let you guys do the results for us.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to mention about it. For those who watched AEW All Out and those who haven't, what I'm about to say does contain spoilers. If you don't want to hear spoilers, then mute this right now.
I'll take the All Out. Basically, guys, when this All Out banner disappears on the screen, then we'll be done talking about it. So if you guys watch the replay or you want to come back later, you want to mute it, whatever you want to do. If you don't want to hear spoilers because you haven't watched the show yet, then this is your chance. You are being warned. So,
exactly.
All right, Josh, commence with the results.
Okay. Well, the spoilers from the 21 women battle royale. We found out who the Joker card was, and it was none other than Ruby Soho, who used to be known as Ruby Riott from the Riott Squad in WWE. She was the Joker card for the match. And I'm not sure if you actually watched it or not, but she became the winner of the Battle Royale, or Casino Battle Royale. So talk about a debut for that one. So that was really great. Now, and after the Jon Moxley match and all that, and when that was all been and done, there was a big surprise by having, well, I can't remember the guy's name because I don't speak Japanese.
I'll say Mark if you want to.
Okay. The surprise guest is none other than the crazy wrestler from New Japan Pro Wrestling, Minoru Sakai. And those two were having a big stare before giving each other chops, elbow strikes, the works.
All right, guys, we got a couple real quick from TN Couponer. So it asks, how is everybody? Vince better start worrying. Yeah, you were right about that, TN.
Yeah, he should be shitting his pants right now.
All I gotta say is, hey, done goofed up now, and we'll get more to that later on.
Oh yeah, Vince has lost the key players after today.
Oh yeah.
Which gets me to the Kenny Omega and Christian Cage match. What happened after? Yep, there was a big brawl going on with Luke Ellis and Carl Anderson, and of course, the Jurassic Express coming out of nowhere to even the odds, and ding dong, Adam Cole, baby, has come to AEW. In other words, Adam Cole is all elite.
So for those who are wondering what's going on with WWE, well, they're trying to give Adam Cole an extension, but unfortunately, his contract was signed out, and he's decided to go to All Elite Wrestling.
Yep. And for those who actually subscribe to the Up Down YouTube channel from Austin Creed, as much as it saddens me to say this, but I think the party is going to be no more. Because Adam Cole is now in AEW, so we won't be seeing him on Up, Down anymore.
And to quote the late Billy Mays, but wait, there's more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this is where we got our minds blown. Bryan Danielson, a.k.a. Daniel Bryan, is all elite.
Yes!
Oh yeah,
definitely. Well, CM Punk did drop out little hints on Dynamite, but
he didn't say when.
Exactly.
So there you go.
And that, of course, hang on. Heard they offered Adam Cole $1 million a year. Can't hear him going because his layers there. Britt Baker, DMD.
Yeah.
Now, that as well as his buddies, the Elite, like Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Yep. From the days of the Bullet Club.
Yep.
Too sweet.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. But there you go. So that is the major spoilers for everyone who wants to know.
Well, and also, you had some good, decent match. Of course, only one title change. The Lucha Brothers become the new AEW Tag Champions. So the Elites lost some gold, but that's it.
Yeah. And what we said on Josh's stream that once the Lucha Brothers going to win, it's going to be a matter of time before the Elite start to implode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you think back to when the Elite first started in AEW, how they were this face faction. You still had Cody in the group, you still had Hangman Page, and then things started to crack a little. Like Kenny Omega and Hangman went off the attack team for a while. Cody started doing his own thing, so you still had the Bucks, and then eventually the Bucks started having their problem with Hangman Page, and then Kenny turned heel, joined up with his old Bullet Club mates, Gallows and Anderson, who were working at Impact. And, you know, it took a while before the Bucks turned heel. But at some point, yeah, the Elite, they will start to crack.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, of course, during the match with Kenny Omega, it was actually so funny that that Kenny Omega was going to, you know, was going to attack while Luke Gallows has got Christian Cage holding on. And Christian got out of the way. And, yeah, Kenny Omega accidentally hit Luke Gallows, so something tells me that could be a crack in the future. Oh, yeah. Well, and also because of Gallows and Anderson being part of Impact, I'm sure at some point if they're only allowed to appear for, you know, AEW for so long before they have to go back and only appear for Impact, then they'll probably do a storyline at some point where they probably will be removed from the Elite. Yeah. And Tia Cupar said this right here. Oh, that was an insane cage match.
Oh, yes, definitely insane. Especially with that swerve that Brandon Cutler delivered. He chucked a bag that has a shoe and, wait for it, it has thumbtacks on it.
Oh, yeah.
So figure out that for a minute. A really expensive shoe with thumbtacks, and they use it as a weapon against the Lucha Brothers. But then the Lucha Brothers did reversal and used the shoe on the Young Bucks.
Mm-hmm. Now I can see why, you know, that's called a real wrestling match, because you just don't get that stuff in WWE.
Not anymore.
No, not anymore.
And as somebody who knows about thumbtacks, of course, Chris Jericho. And if you guys didn't know, Chris Jericho, he lives a fight every day.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing I wanted to get down to. Yeah, even though at first we thought MJF got the win and all that, but when the ref was actually counting, Jericho had his leg out on the bottom rope, and that lady ref didn't see it and accidentally counted 3. But the other
Aubrey Edwards,
yeah, that's it, actually saw it and let them know that they, you know, let them know that they're going to let the announcer know that Jericho had his leg on there, so it had to restart the match. Which was a great move, because if it was WWE, they would have said they wouldn't recount the match or anything like that.
So yeah, that's a bit of a shot at WWE. Boom.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
But I'm glad that the refs in AEW have actually write out the wrong on that. Yep, decided to restart the match, and yep, like Mark said, yep, Chris Jericho gets to wrestle another day since he won the match against MJF.
And
so,
you know
that means.
Yeah.
And
honestly, and I love Chris Jericho. And the only reason I did kind of think MJF was going to win, because I thought maybe this would have been the pass of the torch, basically, when you have MJF being like top heel, the stuff he didn't do with Jericho the last few months. But I guess it's not that time just yet for Jericho to step down. And you know, I'm fine with that. I mean, Jericho's one of those guys who can still go. He can go for at least another decade if he wants.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Sure.
And like I said, Jericho's still got plenty in the tank still. Yeah, sure, he might be in his nearly in his 50s, or he is in his 50s. But hey, he can still fight.
Oh yeah.
And Jericho did say that if he's going to retire, he's not going to do it in a grand, spectacular way. He's going to do it on his own terms.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
And that isn't meet onto his own terms criteria.
Exactly, because because you think back to, I said this in stream with what happened with Kurt Angle, how Kurt Angle didn't really go out the way he should have went out. So I think Chris Jericho's like, nope, I'm not gonna let that happen to me. I'm gonna go out to whoever I want to lose to, not who they want me to lose to.
Exactly.
And TNQ part said it right there, and I agree with that 100%.
Oh yeah, he is an absolute heel for sure.
Yeah, he was actually born a heel, so of course.
Oh yeah. So of course, everything else that happened, Big Show and QT Marshall. That was the only match I didn't really listen to much of because I went to the bathroom during that. But
yeah,
that match I call it a filler match between the Punk and Allen match and then the main event. So of course we'll get to that one here shortly.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, speaking of CM Punk.
Yeah. Of course, Miro and A. Kingston, as I figured, Miro was going to retain the belt. So no surprise there. Britt Baker, still your AEW Women's Champion, which will be nice. And you guys mentioned her, Ruby Soho. Of course, she was the winner of the Casino Battle Royal. So, hey, we'll definitely see Ruby Soho challenge Britt Baker at some point for the Women's Championship.
Something tells me it'll be at Full Gear this coming November.
Oh, yeah, it has to be.
Yeah. That's my prediction that they're going to have the match at.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right. Of course, trying to think of everything else. I think really the match that we all got to talk about, of course, the in-ring return of this guy right here, CM Punk.
Yep. And the best thing is he got the big W on that one. So that was absolutely well booked.
7 years since he last wrestled, and he definitely still got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And he's still the best in the world.
Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch the match if I find where it's uploaded, or if when AEW uploads anything to their own YouTube channel, like if they upload some clips, I'll definitely go back and watch it.
Oh yeah. They'll definitely upload some highlights of the pay-per-view for sure.
All right, TQR said right here that Miro versus Eddie was much better than he thought.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with the near finishes and what Eddie Kingston was saying on the DDTs were Miro's kryptonite.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely, and of course with Paul White's match, even though it was actually somewhat short, which is to be expected, but at least this time it was actually somewhat decent and all that. Short but sweet.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said in the stream, it was a filler match to get people kind of, calm down so they could have the energy for Omega and Christian in the main event. So I guess they had to put that there for a reason.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, guys. So that is it for the spoilers. After this, you all are on your own. If you guys, all right, hold on. Oh, that didn't mean to put that on the screen. That was on there. Restart. Sorry, guys. That's my bad.
Technical issues.
Anyways, here's the next thing to talk about. So, in the changing landscape of wrestling, this guy right here wants to change NXT, and he's already started with the logo. Now he's got to change so much more. It's like, yeah. I was gonna say, and I know the meme that you like to share a lot, Mark, of everybody doing the face palm. I know. If that was playing right now, that would be on the screen. And I like what Josh is suddenly doing with it.
That is to Vince McMahon. That's to
Vince,
Vince.
what is your thoughts? That's my brand, goddammit. I'll do what I want.
Vince McMahon, shut up.
You should don't impress on me. You have to go through you too. Oh man, I'm gonna try to find my Triple H. I'm Triple H figure somewhere. The game. It's my brand. God damn it, Vince.
I agree.
This is what needs to be done. Triple H just needs a pedigree, Vince, and this needs to be legit. And there needs to be lawyers on hands at WrestleMania next year. Whenever they do it, Triple H versus Vince McMahon for the control of WWE, not just NXT, WWE. And it needs to be legit too, because this old fogey needs to go away.
And for that note, Triple H actually got fired from WWE. So, yeah, in a typical Vince McMahon fashion, Triple H, you're fired.
Yep. All right. And Tina Coupar asked about what is up with the new preview of NXT. So, I guess on SmackDown, I saw like a clip through like some other YouTube channel. They were showing what the new NXT ramp was supposed to look like. And I'm like, I don't know. I have to look at my phone. I mean, trying to see what they're doing with NXT, like, man, like, I mean, already that logo, like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, despite all that, there is only one good thing about it. It's the capacity load and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the only good thing about it. But everything else, like the new logo, yeah, if the new logo was still part of the black and gold, yeah, it could work. But to make it all colourful and splattered in paint, like I was going to say, which sort of meth head genius, get it, genius, would come up with that?
I don't know, man.
I've said it before, and I said it again. I reckon my 9 or 10-year-old niece would do a better job.
Yeah, no kid. Anybody can. Like, it's just ridiculous what they're doing in NXT. Like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I mean, NXT was going really well under Triple H's helm and all that, and now that Vince is taking that away from Triple H, yeah, NXT is gonna, Vince is gonna run NXT rubble to the ground.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. All right, so I'm posting now in the live chat about it right now. I found it on WWE's YouTube page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely check it out after this stream anyway. So
yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of too. I don't know if you could maybe share the screen on here or not, but I know with Restream we were able to.
No, I could, but the thing is, I don't want to.
Maybe try if I can find like photos somewhere, like not WWE's YouTube channel, obviously.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I'll Google up on my end and
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry. We'll try to do we'll do it through the restream next time, or we'll try to figure out the StreamYard later.
Yeah, of course, man. Sure.
But yeah, remember when The Rock was talking about John Cena free pills? I think he met NXT 10 years later, basically.
Most likely has.
But yeah, I mean, WWE just find more ways to push their fans away. Everything from letting big names go, whether it's releasing them themselves or just trying to offer money, and then those are realizing, nope, we don't want to be here. We'll go to your competition and do better there. But whatever, as long as the stockholders, I guess, are happy and still getting money, giving Vince money, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting like deja vu with WCW when they were starting to going down the bottom of the barrel these days. It's happening with WWE as well, and it's only a matter of time before some other promotion company buy WWE out.
Well, there's the rumors they're trying to sell the company. They're denying it, but it's been going on for a while. Why they've been releasing all this talent? They want to make the company look more interested to potential buyers.
Right.
So I don't know if this is what Vince is doing. I mean, here's what killed WCW. WCW, when their owner, AOL Time Warner, they just eventually lost interest in the company. And when Eric Bischoff tried to buy WCW, they said, "Okay, cool, good luck with that. We're gonna take WCW off TV." And after that, WCW was done, and then it went to Vince McMahon, especially because there was a lawsuit that Vince had won against WCW many years earlier, where he would actually get first dibs and be able to bid on WCW's assets, basically. So, unfortunately, even as much Bischoff wanted to save WCW, it just. Yeah.
Well, TN actually said my prediction is either NBC or Disney will buy WWE.
Oh God, not Disney.
No, not Disney.
Disney, but if you thought WWE was too kid-friendly before, and okay, they have Marvel. Okay, cool. They have Star Wars, but do they really need a wrestling company?
Let's not forget they also bought 20th Century
Picture,
which also has the some movies that are R18, so I think they're starting to tolerate with the R18 stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, more than anything, because of the Peacock app, I really feel like it would be NBC that'd be the ones that would want to buy WWE, but I don't know. I feel like if they do that, Fox ain't gonna be too happy because
no, of course not.
You know, they're paying a lot of money to keep SmackDown on their channel, and they have a 5-year deal. So by 2024, then they could take SmackDown somewhere else if they got tired of being Fox. But if it were to happen sooner than that, where NBC were to buy out, WWE, I think Fox would basically pull the plug on SmackDown because they would not appreciate that at all.
No, exactly right.
Either that or Fox would sue NBC.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it would just be some like antitrust. I mean, that's like if any other major television network tried to buy the NFL.
Oh,
like, think about that. Like, if CBS or Fox tried to buy the NFL, one or the other would sue. I mean, and you can say it for any other sport. Man, I mean, it would just cause some problems. But the way WWE's looking, I mean, but here's the thing: WWE's going to still have its blind followers that can still think the company does no wrong. It's going back to, 20 plus years ago with WCW. There's the same people that wouldn't even give WCW a chance, and they won't give AEW a chance either.
No,
they love WWE too much. They're so far up Vince's old ass that they can't look and watch any wrestling with it. It was the same with TNA. I remember, for a while, WWE had, their own version of, social media that they called WWE Universe, and somebody that ran that, I guess, made the mistake of making forums that talk about other wrestling companies like TNA, Ring of Honor, and I can't tell you how much all the hate I saw for TNA in those. I'm like, wow. I mean, you people don't give THS, TNA wasn't perfect. They made their mistakes too, but these people wouldn't even acknowledge the good stuff TNA was doing, like the X Division. There was so much other good things, just like what AEW's doing now.
Yeah.
It's just, once again, it's blind followers that have watched WWE back when it was the WF for 20, 30, 40 years. It's just to them, WWE can do no wrong. Plus, as long as they're still making that merchandise, it's like they're not going anywhere. They'll lose fans, but they'll get some new fans, unfortunately, that eventually, I mean, it's just like, it's an endless cycle. And TNQ Power right here, he says it the best right there, if you guys want to read that.
WCW Nitro made WWF better because of competition. Could the same thing happen again? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Friday Night Wars were going to come back again, especially with all the talents from WWE coming to AEW.
Fridays, actually, because keep in mind, you have SmackDown, and then you have Rampage, which goes on right after SmackDown goes off the air. And if Fox is concerned, they may pressure WWE to add a third hour to SmackDown. Which, 3 hours of Raw is too much. A third hour SmackDown's got to be really good. And remember what Elio said a few weeks back about 4 hours of Raw and 8 fucking hours of SmackDown? Like, football games are not that long. Baseball games are not that long. No. Races are not that long. Like, that's a third of your day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think for me, it would be, I think it'd be like, I think 4/6 of me day. For one, I mean, 8 hours straight of SmackDown, that would be absolutely... that would be
unless they want to split over 2 days. But even then, I feel like that defeats the purpose, because even 4 hours just... That's a pay-per-view right there, not a TV show. And it's got to be, really good wrestling.
If I'm going to be honest, I'd rather go on an international flight from Sydney to Tokyo rather than watching that for 8 hours.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I can do movie marathons for that long, watch my favorite YouTube videos for that long.
Yep, anime marathons. No, definitely not wrestling. No.
I mean, I would do the same thing I was doing for a video game marathon, but wrestling? Hell no. No way.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's got to be good wrestling. Good wrestling. And WWE, we all know, it's not wrestling.
No.
The exception was NXT, but we know those days are over. You might as well go back to doing what you guys did in 2010 with the old NXT.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do a marathon, if they're going to do a marathon of the old WWF marathon, recorded decades, then I could consider it. Otherwise,
definitely. Yeah, not today's wrestling. No. Or sports entertainment. I mean, And we already said they should really change the name again to World Sports Entertainment, WSE, because WWE means nothing now. They dropped the name World Wrestling Entertainment as the full name for their company, except for business purposes. Otherwise, nowadays you won't hear it on their programming that they're World Wrestling Entertainment.
No,
and even it doesn't sound anywhere near as cool as World Wrestling Federation.
Yep.
I mean, imagine if they would have said the full company name as championship, like, coming to the ring, the World Wrestling Entertainment Champion. Versus coming to the ring, the World Wrestling Federation Champion. I mean, that sounds so much better.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. And what about bringing the old 80s music style to the intro of World Wrestling Federation? Now, those were the days. Those were the days.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Or even just the good old days when they used to use like heavy metal and hard rock and even gangster rap acts. Nowadays, it's this pop stuff that I just don't care for.
It depends if the pop's okay. Some pops are all right.
That's fine. To each their own. But I still miss the music they used during the Attitude and Ruthless Aggression eras. Nowadays it's just, especially going back to like 2010, 2009, where they were doing like all this stuff with this reality show stuff that was god awful. Like, I mean, man, I thought there were some bad years before, but even then, the years of 2008, 2009, 2010 are more watchable than what WWE is now. I mean, the last time I felt the most excited for WWE was probably between the years of 2011 and 2016. Because even after Punk left, I still was enjoying the company. I was, a little bitter that Punk had left, but there was still good stuff going. Still the Shield tearing it up, the Wyatt family doing great. Of course, Daniel Bryan was coming a big star. If it weren't for injuries, he'd still probably been the top star today in the company.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Just so much good stuff. Of course, Sting coming there, and if it weren't for that injury of Seth Rollins that had given to him, and even Finn Balor becoming the first Universal Champion. Yeah, of course, with the belt being the ugly color it was, being a recolor at the time, but still, if Balor didn't get injured, I think he probably had a longer reign with the Universal belt. But of course, having someone like Brock Lesnar there, always beating people for the belts and never defended except like on big shows. I mean.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be intrigued to see what Brock Lesnar is going to do this coming SmackDown at Madison Square Garden.
Oh yeah, that'll be a big one because that's basically WWE's home turf that they don't use as much as they used to, but it's good that they still go there every now and then. Of course, Vince being who he is, he tries to stop other companies from going there. Like Ring of Honor, New Japan tried to do a show there a while back, and he tried to block it from happening, but yet he wasn't using it. He was instead using like the Barclays Center for like SummerSlam. But yeah,
we're just gonna have to wait and see what good old Vinnie Mac is going to be doing next. I reckon.
I got to put this on the screen. TNQ Arcade thinks the same as me. He thinks most music sounds the same to him now. That would. Yeah, because nowadays most of my stuff I like before 2010 when it comes to music.
Yeah,
now, that's another story for another stream, but but still, just thinking of how things have changed in wrestling and just with them. I mean, and John Patel said great when he's in one of my streams, if it were for AEW, he would stop watching wrestling, and I don't blame him. I think I wouldn't be so invested in myself. There's times I just don't even want to watch WWE's YouTube channel anymore. Just I flip through like whatever the SmackDown. Other than seeing the little tease of Finn Balor the Demon, I didn't watch any other clips on SmackDown this past Friday because I'm just so disgusted with the company right now and their direction with everything. And now they want to kill NXT, the last good thing they had.
Yeah, exactly right. Because NXT was going really well, and now with Vince McMahon, taking charge of it, this is going to be the beginning of the end of WWE. Yeah, well, at least for the time being, NXT UK it looks like it's going to stay the same. So there might be a raise with NXT UK, and it also airs on the W Network / Peacock, so maybe more people will start watching that. I might start watching NXT UK. That might be the second coming of NXT. Just don't let Vince fly overseas to the UK and ruin that. Because if I see him do that same shit to NXT UK, I hope the British fans riot. And British fans, just like you guys, they will let WWE have it. Like, they don't care who the most popular wrestler is in America. They will boo the hell out of them. Because that's how they are. Like, UK fans and fans of Canada, I mean, man. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Well, I think the only way WWE will become great again not to quote the former Hall of Famer. Yeah, I reckon the only way WWE will come back into the good ratings again is if Triple H takes over Vince McMahon.
Yeah, he needs to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he needs to. Yeah, because
Just,
at least Triple H knows how to listen to talent and all that.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. As quoted from CM Punk, the only way that WWE is going to be good if Vince McMahon passes away.
Oh yeah, from the famous pipe bomb.
Oh yeah.
I mean that moment there. Go back to that 10 years ago, which a lot of it was a work, but still the fact they let Punk say what he wanted to say. I mean that was something. And then they cut his microphone off right as he was ready to tell a story.
Yeah.
Like they think, okay, let's stop Punk before it gets too far ahead and he reveals some dirty secrets. Oh, too late. He would still go on and do it anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And I'll tell you right now, Punk has just proven. Yep, he's just proven. Proven right of what WWE he's actually become now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
This is a company that expects its independent contractors who can't work independent promotions to pay for their own travel, their own health care, hotels, you name it. Like unless you're like Randy Orton or John Cena or somebody else that's like a big top tier talent, everybody else in WWE, nope, you're nothing. You gotta do your own thing, pay your own way. Hell, I heard that WWE, ridiculous. I guess all of a sudden now is getting rid of their catering service that they were having for the last whoever knows how long. And now the wrestlers will have to eat whatever, is at the concession stand. Apparently. That's what I've heard. Could be a rumor, but could be true because, Vince, he does everything to save that money. I don't care. You don't get steaks. You go eat those nasty hot dogs that have been sitting out for 2 hours. Because I'm Vince McMahon. I get steaks. Every Brock Lesnar gets steaks. But not everybody else. Nope. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see what happens, I guess.
Oh, yeah. As always, it's always a wait and see. Oh, man. I hate to laugh because it's not funny. It's just funny because it's like this old man he won't go anywhere. And like I said, it's the blind followers who just won't stop supporting the company.
And his face like this?
Yeah.
I'm a genius!
Oh, yeah.
The genius he is.
If you thought Darth Vader, Lord Zed, Shredder, Eggman, Bowser, any of those are bad, nope. Vincent McMahon tops them all as the greatest villain of all time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's a real-life villain, too, not like those fictional characters.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this is a man who does everything and anything he can just to make his promotion look better. I mean, he's the one that killed kayfabe a long time ago when some athletic commission was trying to, regulate him. And he said, well, we're not real sport anyway. And then there was the steroid trial, which I won't doubt he wasn't given his superstar steroids. You look at all the wrestlers who wrestled in WWE back in the 80s, 90s. Everyone from Hogan, Savage, Warrior, Bulldog, Road Warriors. I mean, think of how many of those are still alive. Hogan's the only one on that list I mentioned is still alive.
Yep.
Yeah, and apparently Hogan's not doing so well himself. I guess he's having a lot of mental issues at the moment. He's kind of breaking down because, well, he's getting up there in age himself. He's been through a tough divorce, but that's another story. But you think of all the big guys that used to work in the WWF back in the days. Like, there's so many guys that were on the first WrestleMania. Because you also got Piper, Orndorff. I mean, I could probably look up a long list of half those wrestlers are now deceased. And it's not just the steroids. CTE comes to play. Think what happened with Chris Benoit, why he did what he did. I mean, in fact, WWE didn't do proper evaluation of their talents. And CM Punk, he said it the best. He couldn't stay there because that company was making him sick. And he was right.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I'm actually really glad CM Punk got himself out of that toxic environment.
Yeah. And keep in mind, this man has a sick mind. The same person wanted to say in a storyline that he got his own daughter, Stephanie McMahon, pregnant. Keep that in mind. And then when Stephanie shut that idea down, okay, we're gonna say Shane did it. And even then, it's like, nope, that's disgusting either way.
No, that's just wrong.
Oh, sick to the Oh.
And then also, Vince McMahon's a total womanizer. His wife, Linda,
he
has
really
to be a
is.
saint to put up with everything that Vince has done. Just all the women he's kissed on camera, from Sable, Tori Wilson, Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
You know, it's Stacy Keibler, like whoever he's kissed on camera. Like, I mean,
oh yeah.
I always love that when she kicked him in the balls at WrestleMania 18. I felt like that should have been real. I mean, obviously that was storyline, but still, she needs to do it for real one of these days. If he even still has balls, I'm sure they shriveled up. They're not grapefruits anymore. They're not even grapes.
I reckon they turned into dust. A long time ago.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I look at Vince nowadays. He looks so shriveled up and frail compared to what he used to look like. Remember, Vince was jacked. Now he just looks like a typical old man. Yeah, and I've seen people his age that
his face look like
better than he does.
Doesn't his face look like he had plastic surgery or something like that?
Oh God, yeah, he looks like he has been getting like Botox and shit. He looks terrible. I look at his face nowadays. I don't even recognize Vince McMahon sometimes. Like his eyebrows look all weird, everything. I'm like, man, Vince, embrace the fact that you're almost 80 years old. You're just as bad as the guy who used to be our president in this country. I mean, jeez. And you know what? Much as I don't like Donald Trump, I do like when Donald Trump slapped Vince. I feel like Vince needed that slap legitimately, and he needs it in real life too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Not just once, not just twice, multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Until he's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. I don't wish death on Vince, but, man, it's like, I feel like he's going to outlive everybody that's, still in the death pool. Who's going to go, you still got Hogan, you still got Flair, and several others that are close to his age or even younger. And, yeah, it seems like he's outliving all of them, like. And it's still a blessing we still have Hogan and Flair today. It's like, when is Vince gonna die? Like, remember the 2007 storyline where he blew himself in a limo? It's like, what if that was real? I think back to when I watched that moment, and I had to kind of suspend my disbelief because I always thought it was real, but then how they played it up on TV, and then of course the Benoit tragedy happened 2 weeks later, and they had to say, oh well, I guess gotta let the cat out of the bag. We can't let a fake death go on at the same time as a real one. That's still.
Yeah, I'm just having a look on AEW's official Twitter.
I'd read that real quick. And that's true because he makes his female superstars get breast implants. Keep that in mind too. I had to bring that up to you.
Man.
All right, so.
Okay, I'm just looking at something. Yeah, I'm just looking at all the wrestling right now, and they've put the post saying Bryan Danielson is all elite. Same with Adam Cole is all elite.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, man, the tides are turning, man. I go back to all the classic debuts in WCW, from Lex Luger appeared on the first episode of Nitro, to Scott Hall saying, you want a war, you're going to get one. I mean, and even when the WF was having Chris Jericho show up, and then Guerrero, Benoit, Malenko, I mean, it's like we haven't had that big one. I mean, the last time we had someone big was like when TNA was getting all these big names like Christian, like Kurt Angle, like Booker T, and man, even think back when, TNA tried to do the Money War and failed, but AEW's doing it right.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm on the WWE website that shows the current superstars. Adam Cole's picture's still on there, despite his debut in AEW.
They probably pay attention. They don't. Oh wow, they probably thought he was coming back. He must have. Oh yeah, I guess I'll call you guys in the morning. I haven't heard anything. And then, watch AEW All Out. He's in. Wow. Wow. Hey, remember when John Moxley? Remember when John Moxley did the same thing back when he was Ambrose? Said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave wrestling for a while. Let my contract expire." And everybody's like, "Okay, cool." And then he shows out at AEW's first pay-per-view.
Double or Nothing, yeah.
Oh yeah, Tina Cupar says he's happy bought it. I wish I would have bought it. $50. I mean, while it's steep, I do regret I didn't buy it, but that's all right. Hey, I got to hear about all this, and that's what I do miss from back in the day when I didn't watch pay-per-views. Wait till the next night or whatever, a few nights later to hear about all this. But thanks to the internet, I don't even have to, wait. And
I checked.
It has to be.
I checked on the AEW Twitter account, and also Ruby Soho is now All Elite.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, AEW getting all those top players, but still gotta wait about at least another couple bumps, because eventually we'll be saying, "Let me in."
Oh yeah.
At this point, it's inevitable, because unless WWE wants to fork over the dollars to bring Wyatt back, it's just a matter of time for AEW picks up another one.
Yeah, well, that's it. But
man,
WWE, how
you're
funny
digging
is that?
A big hole.
I mean, that is just so funny. Adam Cole's now in AEW, yet WWE still has him as the current superstar in WWE.
Yeah, because they probably just now know about it. He must not have said anything to them saying that he was going to resign or not. That's all I could think for them not to know, not take him off the website. I'm sure he'll be off the site here soon, because they're going to hear about it. They're going to have people blow up their Twitter. There's probably people who were watching, unless they're being lazy and like not getting around the code of the website, which I'm sure that person's going to be fired pretty soon from WWE for not doing it, because Vince is probably pulling his hair out right now hearing about this.
Oh, yeah.
If he has any hair, that is.
Yeah, I know. When I look at that hair he has, it almost looks like it. Like, go back to, like, 1988. I look at his hair sometimes. I don't think that hair wasn't even his almost.
Yeah, well, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But I'll tell you what. I reckon this is absolute hilarious and irony, and all that. And the fact that that the WWE website hasn't removed Adam Cole from the thing, I reckon that's pretty hilarious, to say the least. And you thought Buddy Murphy was that best kept secret.
Mm-hmm.
Guess again.
Yeah. That was a definite got him by Adam Cole.
Yep, another low blow to Vince McMahon on the list. But this time, Vince McMahon got a low blow 3 times today.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And now with Bryan Danielson there, WWE's fucked.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Vince McMahon has done goofed up.
Oh, yeah. He actually did himself a goofy.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'm going to post something real quick, and I want you guys to go watch this later, and maybe we can do a reaction to it or something later on. Yeah. But there was a promo that Vince posted. It was like back in the Attitude Era. It was like sometime after the Montreal Screwjob, where he just basically he said everything that we all suspect about wrestling being kayfabe. And the one line I remember he says in it, "You guys as fans are tired of having your intelligence insulted." The fact he said that over 20 years ago, and nowadays he's actually doing that, makes him a big hypocrite.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, like I said, I'm going to post that in the live chat here real quick.
Yeah, sure.
So let me do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, take your time since it's a bit slow to do it through the phone.
Yeah, there we go. It should pop up now. 8 seconds. It'll be still in the live chat. Then it'll be popped up. I can put on the screen.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, because it takes a little bit between YouTube and StreamYard for it to pop up, but it's already in the YouTube live chat. But this is what I'm talking about. So that's the link to it, basically.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, let me see if I can find a little brief snippet of I can play.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It happened here in the World Wrestling Federation, but now more than ever, truer words have never been spoken. This is a conscious effort on our part to open the creative envelope, so to speak, in order to entertain you in a more contemporary manner. Even though we call ourselves sports entertainment because of the athleticism involved, the key word in that phrase is entertainment.
Yep, he said it. Entertainment.
Yep.
And that's before they became WWE. At least about 3 or 4 years before the name change.
Far beyond the strict confines of sports presentation into the wide open environment of broad-based entertainment. We borrow from such program niches like soap operas, like The Days of Our Lives, or music videos such as those on MTV, daytime talk shows like Jerry Springer and others, cartoons like The King of the Hill on Fox, sitcoms like Seinfeld, and other widely accepted forms of television entertainment. We in the WWF think that you, the audience, are, quite frankly, tired of having your intelligence insulted. We also think that you're tired of the same old simplistic theory of good guys versus bad guys. Surely the era of the superhero who urge you to say your prayers and take your vitamins is definitely passé. Therefore, we've embarked upon a far more innovative and contemporary creative campaign that is far more invigorating and extemporaneous than ever before.
Okay. I'm going to stop it there. But yeah, what he said there back in 1997 towards the beginning of 1998, and now to see that he's going back to what he was trying to go against.
Yep, he is an absolute hypocrite.
Yeah, so you guys can watch the full promo because there's still like another minute of it, but that's why I put the link there. I try to play as much as I can. WWE, if you want copyright claiming, whatever, I don't care. I just play a little bit of it, but yeah.
Yeah, well, if Vince saw this, I know he'll go red face and he'll try and copyright strike it.
No doubt about it.
I'll be at your house, and I'll be definitely insulting your intelligence. Get the hell out of here, Vince. Nobody cares what you think.
Yeah.
Go away yourself, Vince McMahon. We don't give a flying fuck.
Yep. That's right. We don't.
Yeah, Russell 316 just said, you sound like a piece of dog crap.
TNQ Bar said it great right here. Desperate men do desperate things. And yes, Vince McMahon's different. Because keep in mind, when the Attitude Era started, this was how the WWF at the time wanted to combat WCW. But also, the Attitude Era would not exist without EC Dub. EC Dub.
EC Dub.
I mean, they ripped that off. And oh, God. Remember the shit show that the WWE version of ECW was? Oh, my God. That was terrible.
Well, I'm glad I didn't see. I don't think I've seen it, but now that you've told me how shit it was, I know what not to watch.
Yeah, so after WWE finally acquired access to ECW, they wanted to ride that wave of nostalgia in 2005 with One Night Stand pay-per-view, which was good. They stayed true to the original ECW. Then 1 year later, they did one more. And then they decided to launch the ECW brands, and they had it on Sci-Fi Channel. Keep in mind, I said the Sci-Fi Channel. And this is back when it used to be spelled like it was supposed to be spelled, SCIFI. Now it's SYFY because they wanted to get away from that, but they still do science-fiction program. But when they brought back ECW, yeah, they had a few of the originals there, like Tommy Dreamer, The Sandman, Sabu, Rob Van Dam, some others. But then they were also having a lot of these guys that were WWE guys, like Bob Holly, Tess, and even new people. Of course, CM Punk had started there, which, hey, CM Punk would have been a fit in the original ECW, no doubt about it. To Kelly Kelly, but she was there for a while. And then the first episode, the first thing they ever opened with was the ECW Zombie. And the Sandman comes out and starts beating the crap out of the zombie.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, it really started going downhill. Everything from Paul Heyman turned his back on Rob Van Dam, helping the Big Show win the belt, to later on with their first and only pay-per-view that they had called December to Dismember, which was terrible because Paul Heyman, he wanted CM Punk to win the ECW title that night. The McMahon wanted Bobby Lashley to win, and Heyman and McMahon clashed, and that's why from 2006 to 2012, Heyman was gone from WWE. They couldn't get along. And after that, one thing led to another. Vince McMahon wins the ECW title eventually, holds it for a while. Then, of course, the stuff with Benoit happens. And, for a while, we did see CM Punk as champion after he defeated John Morrison for the belt. But the worst thing that probably what helped kill ECW was the one and only match at WrestleMania 24 when Kane took on Chavo Guerrero, but blindside Chavo. The match ended 8 seconds, and that was it. And then after that, it just kept slowly basically turning away from the ECW we all knew and loved.
Yeah.
And did have some good spots like Christian when he came back WWE after being with TNA. He was there for a while. Matt Hardy was ECW champion. Tommy Dreamer got one more chance to be ECW champion. And then the last episode in 2010 before NXT launched was when Ezekiel Jackson defeated Christian for the belt and had the belt for like 2 minutes. And then the show went off the air, and that was the end of ECW or WWE ECW. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Well, TN actually put in 2 comments. The first one was, I think ECW brought on WWE Attitude Era.
Yep.
Yeah, and the second one, RVD had lost both world titles in 1
that's
week
the reason why. Because
were caught in the with the
at
weed.
that same time, RVD as ECW champion, he was also WWE champion because that's how they brought the ECW belt back because they had that match with RVD and John Cena where John Cena defended the belt in that. And you want to see a hostile crowd. You felt the crowd in Chicago and Money Bank 2011 was hostile. Watch ECW One Night Stand 2006 for Cena and RVD. And the fans, they were not having Cena stuff. Every time Cena would throw a shirt in the crowd, they throw it back to him. And they flip him off, turn their backs on. Even the security guard there didn't want anything to do with Cena. The security guard would flip off Cena and throw a shirt back to him. And that's how it was. And for RVD to eventually get trouble with weed and then have both belts taken off him, he would lose the belt to Edge on an episode of Raw, and then next night at the ECW show would lose the belt to Big Show. And and here's the thing about ECW. ECW was actually having, even before ECW went out of business, was having like a working relationship with the WWF. Like they had like an ECW invasion, like a legit ECW invasion on episode of Raw back in 1997. So they were willing to work with WWF, especially because they were both against WCW. And I can go to a long story about this little thing where like one of the guys that used to run ECW alongside Paul Heyman was like a mole, and he was helping people go over to ECW. Like for one, Mike Awesome. And you want something else crazy? You'll never think about the day when when a WCW guy defended the ECW championship against a WWF guy. Because after Mike Awesome went over to WCW as ECW champion, Taz was already in the WWF. So they made a little deal because of WWF and ECW's work relationship, where Taz went and defeated Mike Awesome for the ECW title, and then later he would drop it to Tommy Dreamer. So that's a great little tidbit there. Something you'll never see in wrestling ever again.
No, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, that was the good old days. Could you imagine something like that ever happened today where somebody defected to another company, like, say, what's the WWE, but was champion AEW? I mean, and they had to make a deal with Impact or something to get the belt back. I mean, could you imagine if that ever happened? I mean, it would not happen today, obviously, but still.
No, it wouldn't happen at all.
It's still crazy. And that's why AEW is great, how they work with all these different companies. We're with New Japan and Impact, and geez, I mean, the NWA, I mean, that's another reason why AEW is so good. All Elite Wrestling, I mean, it doesn't just stand for them, it just stands for all of wrestling in general that's not WWE. I mean,
exactly right. And even though they're not, despite they're not perfect yet, and like Elias actually mentioned, just some days back and all that. Yeah, sure, they do have flaws here and there, and not quite perfect, but at least they're on the right track.
Yes.
Yeah. But if I was AEW, I'd say just keep on hiring those from other companies or anything like that in order to build a big army rather than just stealing from WWE.
Well, yeah, but keep in mind, a lot of people that were in WWE weren't always just WWE guys. You talk about Bryan, Punk, Adam Cole. Before WWE, they were all with Ring of Honor and various other promotions. So it's not like they were WWE guys first. Big Show, he was in WCW first. That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Christian, other than maybe some small indie territories, of course, he was a WF guy first, then TNA, then back to the E, and then, of course, with AEW.
Yeah.
But still, it's like not everybody there is, and only a WWE guy, except for a few exceptions. But it's just people like to bring that up, unfortunately, that, you have a good decent amount of your talent that is all former WWE guys, including one of your founders, Cody Rhodes, for the time he spent there and the time his brother spent there. And, but, WWE doesn't know how to, take care of what they have, and that's why they lose it.
No, well, that's it. That's it for sure.
But, there's still other companies, Impact, the NWA, MLW, so it's not like they're all going to go to AEW, but it seems like AEW's the next best thing would be in the true competition. All right, so keep on this right here, and yes, that is true. Social media can be toxic. That's why I just don't like to voice my opinions very much on wrestling because, especially on Facebook or even Twitter, it's just, oh my gosh, it's terrible.
Oh, yeah, well, that's it.
That's what I like about our Discord. At least, even if we do get some disagreements, I mean, we can still come to agreements on most things. Like I noticed Elias, and good guy. I noticed that he's not the biggest fan of of traditional wrestling here in the United States or the stuff WWE does, because he'll call AEW, and that's fine. Like for example, the death match that Omega had with Moxley, that wasn't a good match until the ending where it was supposed to explode, but instead it was just pyro. I mean, that was a mistake. They could have done better with that, but and then the pizza cutter incident with Nick Gage cutting Jericho, and then they showing a Domino's ad. Once again, that's their mistake. I mean, once again, we won't call AEW out on their mistakes. They aren't perfect, but WWE.
No, that's it.
I mean, man.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Now there you go.
So if anybody says anything else to add, TNQ probably got more stuff to talk about. And I'm trying to just dust off all my wrestling knowledge, and I'm kind of wishing John Patel would have joined us tonight. I know, him being as young as he is, like, since he was born in 2000, so he missed out on a lot of stuff, but the fact that he goes and he watches all this old wrestling just like we do, I'm like, man, I could have sworn he was older, all this stuff he knows. I mean, man.
Oh, yeah.
And all the wrestlers he's had a chance to talk to, I'm like, man, I wish I could talk to some of these wrestlers.
Oh, yeah, well, that's it. Oh, but yeah. Well, there you go. So I reckon that wraps up with for the new direction for NXT now.
Yeah, definitely. It's just that point that unless it ends up being better than we expect, because even with the slap of paint on the logo, I would hope that the wrestling's still good. And if they do want to develop new talent but still keep indie guys, that's what I would at least hope.
Could we be going back to the territory days of wrestling with all the companies now?
I mean, we could be. Of course, with WWE still have a stranglehold over most of the U.S., but hey, with AEW being around, I mean, it's just good that we have more alternatives, basically. I don't know if we'll ever truly go back to a territory system, but it's good to have multiple companies. And thanks to the internet, it's not just the major companies, because there's even companies I've heard of but I've never watched, but it's good that we have all these different companies thanks to the internet. So
that's
it. And now the internet, it's bad for WWE because people weren't able to make these voice their opinions on WWE back 25 years ago like they can now. So it's like if it weren't for that, I think people would either do one or the other. Either they would watch WWE or they would just turn off. And whoever knows if AEW would have came into existence if it weren't for the success of the internet, because if nobody here in America or anywhere else around the world was watching New Japan, who would have ever known about the Bullet Club? Who would have ever known about, Omega and the Young Bucks and everybody else that stepped foot there? Think about the internet, man.
Yeah, well, that's it. And just recently on our joined channel and all that, I've actually gone over and added, Austin Relation Wrestling Federation YouTube channel in as well.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to start subscribing to some of the other channels like the NWA. Of course, I already subbed to AEW. I'm not going to sub WWE, unfortunately. I mean, it's in my logo and all, but I'm thinking about changing my logo at some point. So when I do change my logo, I'll probably have to send it to you so you can update it, because I just don't know how much longer I can keep the WWE logo and then still talk crap on, because I mean, I support WWE when it comes to like action figures and all their classic content, but when it comes to the current stuff, man, it's hard to even call myself a WWE fan anymore.
Yeah, I get that, man.
But yeah, TNQ artist mentioned all the different companies we have, and he mentioned most of the significant ones there. So, I mean, you really think about it, because going back to 20 years ago, the only promotions that ever really were mentioned were the WWF, WCW, ECW. Of course, maybe some people still knew about the NWA, and then anyone that followed magazines they knew about New Japan, All Japan, AAA, CMML. Other than that, indie promotions didn't get the spotlight back then that they do now. So that's what makes it crazy. I mean,
hey, John Patel. He's actually on the chat.
Hey, Big John, what's going on, dude? We were waiting for you. And it's his first time ordering a pay-per-view. Yes, dude. And I do sort of regret I didn't order it, but if it weren't for me being on Josh's stream to watch along with him and Mark Sola and hear what's going on, I mean, I would have never been as excited as I think I would have been just reading the results later. I probably would have still got excited anyway, but man, it's a big change, and we haven't had hype like this in so long. Because when's the last time we had like something like this WWE? I think going back to maybe 2014 when Sting appeared at Survivor Series 2014, but or when Shane McMahon came back on an episode of Raw in 2016. But since then, it's like, man, like it's hard to really think of that one big comeback in WWE where it made me so excited to watch their product again.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Oh,
but saying that too, I'm going to be watching AEW Dynamite and just to see what happens.
Hey, glad to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of people did. Other than the, as I mentioned before, the people who think WWE can't do a wrong, the small minority. But whatever.
In a sense, don't forget,
of course they will. I'll buy it. If I see it at Walmart, I'll definitely pick it up because.
Actually, Tien,
upcoming trading cards, video game. I gotta get my hands on, man. I mean, AEW is making it good.
I was about to say, they actually are releasing DVDs on the AEW store over the US. It's not coming out on globally yet.
Well, yeah, I figured that. But when they put All Out on DVD, that's what I mean. I'll definitely have to pick it up.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it, man. You just got it.
And of course, he says, what a cage match between the Lucha Bros and Young Bucks.
Oh, that one was the most difficult match ever because it could go either way.
Exactly. Hey, John Patel, you want to join us on video chat as well? If you're up for it?
Yeah, the link is in the Discord. Now, I am going to say this right now, guys, because I'm currently using the free plan of StreamYards. I'm going to try to do this on for another 30 minutes, and then once I see we're getting close to the 2-hour mark, I got to cut it off before either one or two things. Either I switch to Restream, or I upgrade, which right now I'm kind of low on cash. I don't do it. Or, well, the stream cuts off and it's over. So John, if you want to join us now. If not, that's cool. I understand, and we'll try to get you on the next stream. But I'm going to say for another 30 minutes at least, I'm going to try to stay on. Then once we get around to maybe the 145, 150 mark, just to play it safe, I'm going to wrap it up around then. So we don't go the full 2 hours. And also, you guys see me disappear, and that's the end of it. Like, I'm powerless to track back my stream.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, think about what experience tonight, especially what you guys don't have to watch me hear about. I mean, man.
Yeah, and of course with Mark's excitement and my brain exploding idea. Yeah.
Yep, and Tia Cupar says, "Yep, that was a same cage match."
Right.
And I watched some clips online. I was like, seeing through the AEW Twitter. I mean, that definitely, man. I mean, oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
I'll definitely be catching up on the clips. So,
I'm pretty sure
some of you
on the Twitter now.
About to join us. So, like I said, John, if you're able to join us, we're gonna let you in for the next 30 minutes, and then, like I said, eventually I will have to cut things off just to play it safe, so I don't get kicked off by StreamYard. Oh no, back to 2 viewers. All right. Well, I said Discord. The link should be on my live stream and part of the RHC Discord page.
Not so easy.
Man, I'm just still trying to think of all the stuff to talk about. Like, it seems like other than this, there wasn't a whole lot to really talk about in wrestling. I mean, I guess the big thing, the Demon might be coming back.
Oh, I got the countdown already.
You got a timer for me. Oh, man. Like I said, we might go all the way to about 45 minutes, like 145 basically, because I'm looking at the timer right now. So, here we go. I think we got a guest. Here we go.
Oh, let's see.
Welcome to the stream, John.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yo!
Hey!
Of course, John, this is the first time you get to chat with Mark, another fellow AEW fan who's also been pretty active in my Discord, so...
Oh, hey, Mark. How you doing, man?
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, now we're all even. We got 2 Americans and 2 Australians.
Yep.
Hey, you know what? We all live in the same world, so, hey, we got to share it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Not to mention all wrestling fans.
Of course, Vince McMahon, it's his world, but, yeah. Get out of here, Vince.
Yeah.
Oh, God, Vince.
Yeah, if you need him burned, just let me know. Soldering iron. Plastic face to make it look even uglier.
Oh God.
A face that mother would love.
So man, that pay-per-view, John. So if you want to give some of your thoughts real quick about it, man.
What a pay-per-view, man. Like I said, this was my first time ever ordering a pay-per-view. from start to finish, it was awesome. It could go either way between the Lucha Brothers and Young Bucks. I am so happy that the Lucha Brothers are finally the AEW tag team champions. I enjoyed all the matches. I'm happy that Ruby Soho is finally in AEW and she won the Casino Battle Royal. And it was also, I also enjoyed the first match. Miro and Eddie Kingston, they took it. Of course, I also enjoyed Moxley's match as well, and they were all great matches. Of course, the match you guys know I was really excited for, CM Punk, Darby Allin.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What a match, man. I was so happy. And of course, Christian Cage, Kenny Omega. Oh man. And the table spots, and it was a phenomenal match. And then I had a feeling. I was like, I knew Adam Cole was going to come out. And I knew he, to be honest, I had that feeling, Bullet Club. And of course, yes, Daniel Bryan.
Oh yeah.
It's just awesome.
And you got to give it to AEW because they had us going. When I heard from Josh and Mark that Adam Cole came out, I was like, well, there goes that Dan Bryan surprise. But then when I heard what he was doing with the club, I was like, maybe Bryan will come out because they're not going to leave us with a heel debut. They're going to let the fans be happy with a face debut. And who better than Daniel Bryan? I was like, oh, it has to happen. And it did. I was like, man.
Oh, yeah. The American Dragon. And it was really cool seeing, the Bucks and Adam Cole again. And, of course, the double kiss on Cole. And, it's awesome, man. It truly is a great time to be a wrestling fan.
Oh, yes. It definitely is.
For sure.
And can I just say too, John Patel, I was just telling the other boys about this. When I was checking the WWE WWE website, Adam Cole's face is still on there despite he's now in AEW, which is pretty ironic.
Yeah, and I was saying the theory that he probably made WWE think he was going to resign. So right there was his way of saying, "Yeah, I'll go to AEW, but I'm not letting WWE know." Oh, and there you go.
That's Adam Cole's way of saying, "The nuts." Got him!
Yeah.
Got him!
And it's crazy.
Here we go. TNQ part said right here.
Can you imagine Punk and Danielson versus the Young Bucks?
Ooh, now that's an interesting thought.
Dude, there's a crap ton of dream matches. I was even saying, you have Malachi Black there. What Malachi Black and CM Punk? Two guys that are pretty similar in their styles and how they look. And I mean, there's a dream. I mean, there's a crap ton of dream matches.
Yep, and I can just imagine, Micaiah Black and CM Punk having a pipe bomb sit down.
Yep, they both do the Indian style, like leg, cross legs. I mean, that would be something.
Yeah, because Darby Allin. Yeah, because Darby Allin and CM Punk did that earlier on. Anyway, starting the match.
Oh,
yep.
And Mark called it. Yep. Even TNC Black versus Punk would be an awesome.
Yep.
Dude, that would be.
And hey, for me, it's like, hey, I got three of my favorites in the company: Moxley, Punk, Sting. I mean, right there. I mean, yeah, I still have Edge in the WWE, but WWE just,
Guys, as much as I'm a huge Edge fan, even with Edge's return, I'm still done with WWE. As much as I love Edge, it's like I've said many times, I'm tired of Vince McMahon slapping the fans around. All he's doing is insulting our intelligence.
Yes, and I just played that earlier too about that first promo he cut in the Attitude Era, where he said, "I think you fans are sick of having your intelligence insulted." Well, apparently Vince McMahon, being as senile as he is, forgot that.
I remember last year, I think it was like a post-Dynamite thing. I remember it was JR, Taz, and Excalibur. And I remember Taz mentioning that. He said the only reason they mentioned WWE and all that is because they don't want to insult our intelligence.
Yep. Because WWE does it on a constant basis. Like, they forget their own history at times.
Oh, don't get me started.
And like you pointed out, Jonathan, is Vince McMahon is an absolute hypocrite when it comes to him blaming the fans for ruin and spoil to ruin a good thing going on when he's doing it himself. So that makes him the biggest hypocrite.
Yep. You know who was the best to call people hypocrites? Chris Jericho. You know, hey, much as I did think there was a possibility that Jericho might have lost tonight against MJF, I'm fine with him actually, winning. That means he still has more to prove. That he's going to go out on his own terms. Like, not like what WWE did to Kurt Angle. I mean, I bring this up again. Chris, he's going to decide who he wants to retire against, not who anyone else is going to tell him. Like, he'll go to Tony and say, hey, this is who I want to pin me or make me submit for the final time before I say I'm done. I like that Chris, he gets that control just like anyone else in AEW.
Yeah,
because it could have been MJF, and someday it still could be, because MJF definitely one of the best, the guy who lives his gimmick both in and outside of wrestling. So, hey, to still see another one of my favorites still in the company, hey, I'm happy about that. And I still think he has more to offer, even if he decides to do commentary in the future or be a manager. But, hey, good to see a guy who probably could still wrestle for at least another decade, a guy who probably had very little injuries, if any. Probably like broken ribs is the worst he probably had his entire time versus anyone else that's been wrestling that's having broken legs, necks, and so on and so on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and T actually said 3 things I'm interested in for WWE are Bloodlines, Bayley, and Styles. That is it for me.
Yeah, you're true. That's true. And 2 of those 3 things are on SmackDown. I mean, of course, Bayley now is out on injury until like the rest of the year, and she was doing all right as being the top heel before they brought Becky Lynch back. Let's not bring that, but of course, the Bloodline, of Roman Reigns, still probably the only good, decent thing they're doing on SmackDown. There are some other okay things. And then Raw, well, I like AJ Styles, but him and Omos, I mean, I don't know. I still kind of want to wait for a day he does split from Omos, but like what John says, it's hard to really even defend that company anymore. Even I'm just like, I'll go to their YouTube, I'll see what happens, and only watch the clips I care about, but that's it. I'll watch like 1 or 2 clips if they're interested, and then just tune out. I'll just keep following like the wrestling news, whether it be Wrestle Talk or Cultaholic, to hear what happens, to see what I didn't miss with WWE.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I'll tell you something that really pissed me off is what they're doing with Karrion Kross.
Oh, God, yeah.
Demolition.
Oh, yeah.
It's Demolition 2021, basically. That's all I can think of. Like, that was cool 30 years ago, Vince. Not now.
How can you, seriously, for all the WWE fans out there, how can you defend that?
Like Grim's Toy Show, he defended. I always want to tell Grim to go fuck himself.
I mean, seriously, how can you defend? Listen, I know everyone's entitled to their opinion, but come on. Like, I'm not going to say nothing else, but Vince, please enjoy whatever little time you have, man. For God's sakes, you have grandkids. Go on vacation. Take Linda out. For God's sakes, Linda needs it. Especially having to deal with your crazy butt.
Yeah, he needs to step down. He needs to let Triple H and Stephanie take over.
Exactly.
Before it's too late and he writes his will, being senile, to give the company to Nick Khan. And already Nick Khan, I don't trust him.
Yeah.
The only Khan
Kross looks like the executioner from WCW NWO Revenge in Nintendo 64.
Yeah, because he looks like he's going to be doing something sexual shit with that on. That's what it looks like. Like, what the hell?
We want to see
Scarlett. He already
Scarlett.
had something good going on NXT. Like, he didn't need to change his gimmick. And where's Scarlett? Are we not going to see her?
That's the only thing
I wonder.
That's what I want. And I love Karrion, but I want to see Scarlett.
Yes.
Show me the Scarlett.
Yes, because she wasn't there on the last takeover that, they were on. Like, damn. Like, oh. And it's already bad if they already want to ruin NXT with that new logo that looks like either they're trying to promote either a preppy clothing store or they're trying to promote a place that, has CBD and hemp and all that. But that's what it looks like. It has nothing to do with pro wrestling.
Yeah.
It's a black black and multicolored.
Came up with that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, whoever the genius came up with that slogan. Nah.
In fact,
doesn't
I'm sure, John, you probably heard what Jim Cornette had said, and I even posted quotes of it in my Discord about it.
Yeah, I haven't really seen that much about
Yeah, Jim Cornette, he said it best, saying, I don't know if this is an acid trip or if it's Grateful Dead fucking bus or a kid's ink painting, he's like, what the fuck are they doing in NXT? Like, I'd have to go back and read what I wrote, but man, Jim Cornette, even he thinks, Cornette's the biggest critic of WWE. I mean, yeah, sometimes he'll criticize AEW too, but he's like, yeah, the only thing AEW probably, not AEW, but NXT could have used to make more lighting, but not a new logo. Like, no, the logo should have not been touched.
I don't know.
Wow. Speaking of Disney, we talk about Disney being a potential owner, a potential buyer. Oh God,
Disney.
yeah.
Whoa.
That's just,
that would be like Disney versus Warner Brothers all over again with WWE versus AEW. Since AEW is owned by TNT, which is owned by Time Warner.
well, not really. AEW just is on their networks. It's the Khan family, but I get what you're saying. Basically,
yeah. And who's going to be the general manager? Fucking Mickey Mouse.
We're gonna mention it.
Oh God.
Can you just imagine if Donald Duck was the GM of SmackDown?
Oh God, wouldn't be able to understand. I can't do it on impression. Oh God, you want to talk about things getting goofy? I mean,
Oh God.
No, don't get me tempted about that, young man. Yeah.
God, yeah.
I'm just so over them. The only reason why, other than the great shows, of course, all my favorite shows and movies, it's all the old classic pay-per-views and the old Raws and the old SmackDowns. That's the only reason, and the documentaries. Other than that, I'm not touching any of the new stuff. I was watching NXT, but you know what? I'm not even gonna watch that anymore.
I don't blame you.
WWE
Don't blame you, man.
ruined it.
Because by the time they do the new brand, you're not going to be missing much on there.
No.
Nope.
It's like if you're not gonna let Triple H touch it, then no, because Vince McMahon needs to leave his fingers off of it. That's all.
Yeah, I'm only sticking around for SmackDown and all that because of the Bloodline, storyline.
Yes.
All right, that's why he says he's a physical media collector, which I don't blame you. Like, hell, that's why in the last year I've been buying less WWE figures. Not because they've been hard to find, just because I'm starting to lose interest in buying the figures. I'll go to Ringside Collectibles, like, man, do I want these figures? Not really. I mean, I do want, like, the new figures they have at Target, like the Macho Man, Scott Hall, but when it comes to the current wrestlers, how do you want me to care about them when next year they could be gone? Like, say, like the Viking Raiders or the Street Profits, they could be gone next year from WWE because there could always be another spring cleaning around the time of WrestleMania. So why put their figures now and then later, like, well, unless they go to AEW, what's the point?
I mean, look at Daniel Bryanson, Adam Cole, and Ruby Soho, for instance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 3 former WWE talents gone to AEW in the one night.
Yeah.
And you thought there was one slap in the face for Vince McMahon. That is triple slap in the face for Vince.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a slappy dessert. Ugh.
Tell you what, can you imagine it was another 2, like 5? 5 time slap in the face.
Yeah.
Can you dig it, suckers?
What's even funnier was it was on the same night as CM Punk's first wrestling match back. So it's pretty funny that we got the debut of Ruby Soho, Adam Cole, and Bryan Danielson on the same night that Punk had his first match.
I mean, that's shots fired.
Yep. And the best part is Adam Cole left WWE as a heel, and he's debuted in AEW as a heel.
It makes perfect sense with the Young Bucks and Gallows and Anderson and Kenny. It makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, the Bullet Club reunion.
Yep.
They're only missing, I think, another
they
2 people on that.
One more. Well, actually, 2 more, actually. This one, and of course, the Demon.
Balor.
Yep. They just need Finn
Balor.
AJ to leave WWE. That would be awesome. And also try to get Jeff Hardy too. I mean,
yes.
Speaking of which, that's what Orange Cassidy did when he went against Matt Hardy. He did the Swanton dive. That was awesome.
And keep in mind, they kept Jeff Hardy in an ironclad contract. I think it should end sometime next year. And if he chooses not to renew, he has to go AEW. We need to see the Hardys in AEW. And think of all the matches he could have. I mean, and I was saying in Josh's stream, I feel like Darby Allin is basically the modern day Jeff Hardy. Because the stuff he does makes you think what Jeff Hardy used to do 10 and 20 years ago. And that would be a 3 matchup.
Oh, it sure would be. Jeff Hardy and Darby Allin. Yeah.
And then one more person, I was going to say, one more person I also thought that they need to get, he apparently re-signed with NXT and the WWE was Pete Dunne, because I would love to see a Pete Dunne and Penta matchup. Because how Pete Dunne likes to break people's fingers, well, Penta will break arms. That would be a matchup right there.
Oh, yeah, that sure will.
Cero Mero.
All right, so also, you guys forgot one thing. It was also the Big Show's first match.
Yeah.
White's first match
I haven't forgotten about Paul White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
haven't
JR
forgotten Paul White.
Big Show.
The only thing I want to say, don't turn him heel and face a bunch of times. Just leave him with face on commentary. If you want to turn him heel once, that's fine. And then wait a long time before you're turning face again, and then don't do it again, because we don't need the same endless cycle we saw in WWE. We don't need it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
Now,
and like I said, no more BS.
Yeah, that's pretty much what the gimmick that Paul White's doing. No more BS.
Oh,
no more Big Show, but also no more bullshit.
No
and
more.
Exactly.
I go to the bathroom for a brief time, and I said, "Sorry guys, I had to take a Big Show."
I'll tell you, man, it's crazy seeing Billy Gunn as a heel now. Considering a couple months ago, I literally met him at a Comic-Con, and now he's turned heel on the Big Show. So I think it's really cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go.
But that chair shot to the show, man, that was crazy by Billy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so I'm going to put this up real quick. TN Keyboard says, if Styles goes AEW, he should be a face because in New Japan, Bullet Club attacked him. And yeah, that is true.
Oh, yeah.
We have that if he does, because AJ's kind of said he wants to finish his career with WWE. Unless something changes, probably won't see Styles in AEW, but one could hope.
Yeah.
I got to say this. AJ, please come to your senses. Go to AEW. Think of the matches, man, we could see in AEW. You and Kenny, man. It would be the greatest. It would be one of the greatest matches of all time. I think
it would be the best one of them all.
Yeah, because he never got that retribution for what they did when they kicked him out of the Bullet Club. I mean, it's something that definitely should happen.
Yeah, and also for the fact that if he did go to AEW, it will give him his privilege back to host his own Twitch streams.
Yes, yeah, AJ
that's another thing that Vince McMahon has done that really pisses off the stars.
Dictator Vince.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and that's why Adam Cole left.
Yep.
Superstar Billy Graham said it the best. Dictator Vince. I mean, they got former WWE champion.
You got that right.
If you guys thought Adolf Hitler was worse,
oh god.
I mean, okay, we can't really compare Vince to Hitler, but Vince is still pretty bad at how he treats his superstars.
Oh yeah,
we can still say that at least.
Oh yeah, well, he's probably halfway there, but I don't know. Let me just say it at that.
Yeah, as I said before, villains like the Shredder, Lord Zed, Darth Vader, Eggman, Cobra Commander, Skeletor, every single villain you can think in fiction has nothing on Vince McMahon in real life. Like, that's just how bad Vince is.
Yeah.
Like, that Mr. Man character is definitely a real life character. Everything he's done over the years, going back even before people knew about what was going on.
C. Montgomery Burns from The Simpsons and Carter Peterson.
Oh, yeah, Carter Peterson. Can't forget about him.
Oh, yeah.
Smithers, who's that long, lanky dude that's hosting his own wrestling promotion? That's Vince McMahon, sir.
I believe he's here at 3 o'clock.
Big man, eh? Excellent.
Oh, man. It's too I couldn't get Jim on, how he loves to do his voices.
Yeah.
And we got a viewer asking, rate on AEW show out of 10. So, guys.
Oh, come on. It's a 9.5 out of 10.
Well, with me, with me, it's going to be a 9.65 out of 10.
For me, it's a perfect 10, man. Like, it from start to finish. Like, I have never been this excited before, and I'm not just saying that. Like,
all right, Tina Kimber says 9. I'm just gonna say, as somebody who listened to it, didn't watch, I'm gonna say, hey, I think it was good. I think it's better than anything WWE's done. Just hearing about it just already makes me want to go back and watch it. Where I decide to catch clips online or buy a DVD. I mean, that's all I can say.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, and Primetime agrees. Solid 9. All right, cool. And welcome to the channel, Primetime.
Yep.
But yeah, before I leave, I'm definitely going to have to leave the link to the Discord. It might be in the video description, actually. But if you guys ever want to chat with me and everybody else that's here when we're not live streaming, join my Discord. And hey, if I get to know you better, you can be a guest my streams. We can be on my videos where you want to show your face or not. Because you always have the option, if you don't want to show your face, to turn the cam off. Just make sure you upload an appropriate avatar, obviously, for your YouTube channel. And we'll know it's you. And yeah, he's got that right. It is.
Yeah, but Brian leaving WWE is still unbelievable. Yeah, it's like what John Cena said to Roman Reigns in the promo. You screwed over Seth Rollins, and you made Dan chased Dan Ambrose out of WWE. But let me just say that I think Roman Reigns has actually made Daniel Bryan pack his bags to AEW.
In a kayfabe sense, yes. But, go back to Talking Smack in 2016, back when Bryan, was, talking a little spat with The Miz. Yeah, for the most part, that was a work, but a lot of it ended up being a shoot to the point that Bryan left because Bryan was saying, hey, if I could wrestle right now, I would. I want to. And he was saying that. Yeah. And how Miz was just, talking so much shit that Bryan just legitimately walked off set. Because at that time, Bryan was trying to get back, before he did 2 years later to become wrestling because he loves wrestling. Mm-hmm. And he knew that the writing was on the wall, that he probably couldn't do much more of WWE. So when he left, when he could, he did. And hey, there you go. He is in AEW.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine this, guys.
Oh, man. I feel like when Reigns brought Nikki and Hogan Cena. And hey, that's one bright spot about with what they're doing with Roman Reigns WWE. That they let Roman say what he wants to say. If they could do that for the entire roster, Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, WWE would not be in the shitter.
Exactly.
They got them all sound like robots.
Yeah. So who will get more over to AEW? Bryan or Punk? Dude. That's like asking a parent to pick their favorite child or something like that. I mean,
oh man.
Unless one of the kids is a fuck up, but other than that, it's like, dude, Bryan and Punk, that's name value right there. Already when everybody heard the news that both of them were going to go to AEW, even before Punk debuted on Rampage, and before we saw Bryan in AEW on All Out. I mean, before that, people already were buzzing about them going to AEW.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind, we're still waiting for Bray's, 90-day no-compete clause to expire, because it's already looking like Bray Wyatt, who will probably go by the name Windham, which is his real name, or Wyndham, sorry, whatever, he's going to go there. I mean, they already are stacking their talent deep. Now, could it be too much of a good thing? Yes, they got to be a little bit careful not to make them think WWE did, but I feel like as long as they know what to do, and Tony Khan does know how they've been treating the talent. I mean, going back to last year when Brody Lee passed away, and how he's treated Brody Lee's family so well, like you would swear that they worked with AEW even longer than they had. I mean, already welcome like family. I mean, that tells you something right there.
Yeah, and mind you, it was actually nice that WWE did make a tribute for him and all that.
Yeah,
but where's the love out of that? Like AEW's done to make an episode of Dynamite. I think it was Dynamite. Yet, dedicated especially to Brody Lee all the way through.
Yeah, it's because he went to the competition basically, because he didn't die in their company like Eddie Guerrero or literally died on TV like Owen Hart did. But
yeah,
I mean, we've all talked about it before.
But on the positive note, AEW did help out with Brody Lee's family even gave his son, Brody Lee Jr., a signed contract when he's coming of age.
Yep, and even gave him the second version of the TNT title, because that was the belt that his dad last held before he passed away. I mean, that right there, I mean, that was something. Heck, even in a way, it's like Brody, Jr. basically is the leader of the Dark Order because of his father. I mean, because they don't have an official leader, so it's cool that they still bring him out every now and then, having Dark Order act like his dad.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, and I gotta tell you, people talk about AEW and WCW. One difference is, if you ask me, WCW didn't really have a leader. Eric Bischoff, he was basically one of the boys, and don't forget about those creative control. Whereas in AEW, Tony Khan is the boss. He's the one writing the show.
Yep.
So when people always talk about, AEW is WCW 2.0,
they're not.
It's a totally different.
Way better than
exactly. Because all these naysayers out there saying, "Oh, just wait, they're gonna do the same stuff WCW." No, because they have solid ownership behind them. WCW did not. Like I mentioned before, once AOL Time Warner, like after that merger happened, that was the end for them. Like AOL did not want anything to do with WCW, so they wanted them gone. But Tony Khan, he loved wrestling. He is a fan. He even admitted when he was younger that Dynamite was the name he wanted to use for a wrestling show. And hey, look, it is. So that tells you something. He loves wrestling just as much as any one of us.
This tells you how much of a wrestling fan he is. When AEW did their show in South Haven, Mississippi, they actually did the tribute to Memphis wrestling. I thought that was really cool. That right there, that Tony Khan was a fan, and they
and go back and you look at the story of how when this man was really healed when he was appearing in the USWA, have this feud with Jerry Lawler. Like that was the beginning of the Mr. McMahon heel character. Long before the Attitude Era, it was like at least a good 5 or 6 years before he would turn heel in Montreal. I mean, you look at that. I mean, and honestly, the way he acted, and everybody says it, how if Vince McMahon's dad knew what was going to happen, he would never let his son have the promotion.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I reckon Vince McMahon Sr. would be spewing in his grave right now to see where it's become now.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous.
All right, so I'm going to bring up a few points TNQ on. So he says, to be honest, WWE's biggest mistake was not building stars. Yes,
exactly.
Got that right. But also makes a good point about too many money contracts hurt WCW, which that was true. We will say towards the end, WCW made that mistake, and bad money management hurt WCW. And yes, that is another thing.
It did. It hurt them financially, right in the pocket until they've become no longer existent.
Yep. Because in the case of AEW, I was gonna say the Khan family. I mean, they got almost more money than Vince McMahon. They own like the Jacksonville Jaguars. I want to say they own like the Chelsea Football Club in the UK, I believe, and so much other things. So they've got money. They have the backing to keep AEW running, regardless of whether or not they're on a TV network.
Speaking of Chelsea, in AEW, there is going to be word that they'll be hosting AEW in the UK pretty soon, right over Chelsea Stadium.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, and primetime, you made a good point. Like, he says, as good as AEW is, I still want WWE to get back top-level content. Yes, they are. I mean, here's the thing. I wish WWE would go back to what they were. I mean, not so much the Attitude or Ruthless Aggression era. Just try some fresh stuff that's not going to alienate your fans. Like, just...
Exactly right.
Try to let the wrestlers be themselves. Yes, I understand there's only so much you can do on network TV, but it's like... The more you bring in these crappy Hollywood writers who know nothing about wrestling, let them write these promos that are garbage. It looks like you're watching a show on Nickelodeon. And there's shows on Nickelodeon that almost are better than what you see nowadays in the WWE.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on Nickelodeon.
But from with how things are and all that right now, even if creativity it was to be presented to the officials and all that. But with things are, unfortunately, Vince McMahon gets the last word, and if it's either his way or the friggin' highway.
Well, the
as far as I'm concerned. Until the WWE changes over, we're going to be stuck with Vince McMahon until the very end of his breath.
Oh God, the thing I'm afraid of is that he's going to outlive his own family. He's going to be a head in a jar and still run that company. Like, if you ever watch Futurama, how Richard Nixon, like, his head got put in the jar and he became the president of, like, the earth.
Yeah.
That's my worst fear, that they learn how to do that technology. That even after Vince McMahon loses his body, he's a head jar and he's still running his company. And I'm like, okay, that's it. I got to click off. WWE, go fuck yourselves. I'm not watching you ever again. That's
just do what Roman did, with the remote.
Yeah.
I'll do you one better than Nixon. The new Star Wars that came out back in 2019 with Palpatine, I definitely see Vince doing something like that. To be honest,
oh God,
a head in a jar.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Because Vince loves to work that body.
Oh yeah, he sure does.
Yeah, or at least he used to. We were talking about how he just looks so frail nowadays. He went from this big jack guy to looking like a typical old person, but yet he still injects Botox and all this other shit to still look young, and he looks worse now. Like, oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It's like, did he go to Michael Jackson's plastic surgeon? Like, really?
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. I said it. Because look at Vince nowadays. You can't tell me that doesn't look natural. You look at it like he tries to smile and look angry. Like, oh God, remember that mugshot they took of him? Oh my God, that's gonna give you nightmares.
Oh. That's an image I just wanted to get out of it.
Yeah, that was a pipe bomb.
Yeah, that's right. It's still a pipe bomb.
That was the biggest pipe bomb you ever triggered. That one, John.
Oh
damn!
All right. So TNQ Par asked, "Do we think Naomi will join the Bloodlines? Only if they draft her SmackDown. I know that the draft's coming up, but I don't know. They don't even really seem to use her anymore. It's just, I don't know.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and of course with Sonya Deville brushing her off all the time. Yeah, we don't know what's going to happen.
And then right here, Bruce Pritchard being back WWE crib is a plus. The product is still the same old with a few bright spots. How can WWE compete without looking like copied AEW? Well, true. I don't know. It's like, what can WWE do?
Well, while Vince McMahon's still around, they can't do squat all.
Oh, is she on SmackDown now? I didn't realize that. I thought she was still on Raw.
Oh, I thought you knew that, John.
Oh, maybe that's that. Once again, that's me not watching everything they show anymore on WWE's programming.
There you go.
So I could have missed it.
Well, even I knew that she was still on SmackDown and all that, but she's trying to. At the moment, she's got the gimmick of annoying Sonya Deville to see what matches she'll go on and all that, and Sonya Deville just keeps brushing it off like a bag of dust.
Yeah, but still, even though just WWE, man, Vince, if some reason you are watching this, you need to fix your product. Otherwise, you're gonna see more people go out the door, watch AEW, maybe go back to. People are actually gonna give Impact a chance. The people who probably shit on TNA might be like, oh wow. This company's not as bad as I once thought. I mean, it wasn't the best back then, but still, you're going to see people just go to every other company that there is, and you're going to have those blind marks who just they don't know shit when it's put in their face. You just give them a sandwich, be like, oh, hey, here's a hamburger, but it's got a turd on it. That's basically what he's doing to these fans.
And let me just say this to Vince. I might not be American, but as a worldwide fan, do us a favor. Stop pissing the world off.
Yes.
Exactly. The company's called World Wrestling Entertainment. At least it used to be called that. And I even heard recently they're not even going to do Japan anymore. They're going to stop touring there. And of course, with a pandemic, but still, the fact that they're talking about that, I mean, what's going to stop them from finally saying, hey, maybe we don't like what they're saying in the UK. Hey, maybe we don't like what they're saying on Australia. We're just going to stay in America. And then they're going to see their American fan base be like, no, fuck you. You're stupid. They're like, okay, well, I guess we'll go back to the Thunderdome. And if they do that.
Yeah, but they go back, most likely with how things are going on with the pandemic and all that, especially the Delta variant. Yeah, I mean, look at Pat McAfee and all that. I mean, even though he should be back on SmackDown this Friday your end or Saturday morning mine and Mark's end, he should be back in commentary after tested positive for COVID-19.
Oh, I tell you what,
that's why he hasn't been on SmackDown. It's because he actually had COVID-19.
I'll tell you what Vince needs: an appointment with Dr. Stevie. I would love to see Dr. Stevie handle Vince from TNA. Remember, I was actually I was actually watching last week. Him and Abyss. Man.
Oh,
I would love to see him handle Vince.
Look at that grinning smile on that fool's face right now. He has something maniacal brewing in his head.
Dude, but I'll tell you, man, TNA was
Said
awesome.
the guy below me.
But seriously, Vince, I gotta say one thing: paging Dr. Stevie.
Mm-hmm. And now for one thing and now it's my turn. I'm gonna say this simply and bluntly: Vince McMahon, get your fucking head out of your ass and fix it.
Yes. There's no other way to say that. Right there. That's as clear cut as you could get.
Exactly. Well, Mark, now that's demanding.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
Guys, even Shane kissed his own dad's butt, for God's sakes. I mean, you got the Vince McMahon Kiss My Ass Club. Look at how many people in the William Regal. And, oh, man. But I'll tell you one of my favorite ones was when Austin low-blowed him and took his belt off. I think that's what Vince needs, man, is Stone Cold Steve Austin back. Give him a stunner. Austin low-blowed him.
Well, it would be good, but I think Stone Cold Steve Austin made it very clear that he's done with wrestling and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. They should have put an earbud warning. To everybody that wore headphones, earbuds, I'm sorry for that, but hey, at least it's the truth that was being spoken. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. And just replay when I got that reaction.
Yeah. Sorry, fellas.
I think JR is in the Vince Kiss.
Yeah, or at least he used to be, but of course now he's not anymore. But he was at one point.
He used to be, but nowadays he's in the AEW club through and through.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what really made me mad was the fact that they made fun of JR's Bell's palsy and all that, and what they did, and JR was talking about his late wife Jan crying and all that. That right there just tells you what kind of man Vince McMahon is. It's not right, JR can't help it, and it really gets me because JR worked his butt off, especially in talent relations. Think that how many butt chewing JR got from the superstars about paydays. It's just,
oh yeah.
But at least he's now in AEW.
Yeah, Primetime said Revolution, loving the old.
Yep, I saw it.
It makes me happy, but sad knowing these days of good WWE.
I know that's why I do the Thursday throwbacks, and I may try to do more. I didn't do one last Thursday, but I'm gonna try to. And I may put up polls, maybe say stuff in Discord to give people suggestions. Anything from old WF, WCW, ECW, basically anything I can watch on Peacock. I'm gonna try to watch, for a Thursday throwback, and maybe some decent WWE pay-per-views prior to 2016. I mean, that's what I want to do, but I don't know. Just it's getting hard to watch that product, and the more I think about it, I'm like, if it weren't for the classic content, I probably would not have been subscribed to Peacock. I don't know what they have on there, like.
Well, John, I can give you a bit of a suggestion. Just before the Extreme Rules, do like a throwback of Extreme Rules.
Or even like a throwback of ECW One Night Stand, because that's what Extreme Rules was. It used to be One Night Stand.
Oh, yeah.
Because you want Extreme Rules, that's where it came from. EC dub because nowadays you think of pay-per-view where all the matches should be contested over Extreme Rules. You'll maybe have like 1 or 2 matches and the rest are just standard WWE matches. Like it kind of defeats the purpose of the pay-per-view. Even Hell in a Cell, TLC, and every other pay-per-view, it's like you think every match should be done in those gimmick matches, but no, they're not. At least TNA does like their lockdown pay-per-view. At least they used to, where they did every match in a steel cage. Yeah, that's how you live up to a gimmick pay-per-view.
Oh yeah,
you got that one right.
I'll tell you, I miss the old TNA. I remember the old Monsters Ball matches.
Oh yeah,
man, I was a huge Abyss fan, and also that's what introduced me to guys like AJ Styles and Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe. That's how I found out about these guys. I was a huge Joe fan back, and especially 05, 06 undefeated era. I remember they had to bring in. Yeah.
10-minute warning, Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap it up here. That's why I'm going to post something here in the live chat real quick. Yep. So, right here, guys, Josh and I, we have a joint channel now. Of course, John, Mark, TN does. So, prime time, it's already in the live chat. Subscribe there. We're going to do more joint streams there alongside our main channels. Of course, my channel being the Revolutionary Cowboy channel, and Jay Russell being his channel. And then we also
Jay Russell Productions and Jay Russell Retro Gaming.
And then Josh has another channel called Jay Russell's Retro Gaming. And all the links to that will be on the RHC and JRP live channel. So if you guys have a chance, if you haven't already done, for anybody that's watching, subscribe there. We'll do everything when it comes to live streams. Whether wrestling watch-alongs, gaming, box breaks, whatever we can do. React to our own videos. We'll react to old videos of mine and old videos of Josh's. And even if it's like funny memes, whatever you guys want to just, as long as don't violate copyright or anything that gets in trouble, otherwise we will react to them.
Yep, absolutely. And the fact that John's already done a test live stream on there. Maybe sometime down the track, I'll do a test live stream on my end just to see how it goes on that channel too. So if it works on my end as well, then we definitely will know for sure.
Well, it should, because you are connected to the channel through StreamYard, so you should be able to.
Yep. And and probably sometime down the track, I'm gonna upgrade my StreamYard's subscription, so that way that I can be able to get rid of the StreamYard logo on the top right. Up there.
Yeah, we can alternate where it could be the RSC and JRP live stream logo, or it could be my logo. Probably most likely, because I want to build it into a network basically, and just how that's too is the start. So I would love to have you guys as contributors and everybody else that we chat with. I would love to have our own little network where we talk everything from wrestling, gaming, anime, cartoons, toys, trade cards, you name it, like anything pop culture. That's what I want to talk about. And like I said, REC and JRP Live is basically the start of that.
Yep. And what I'm going to be doing is,
I got to YouTube through 2 channels, Pixel Dan and Pop Culture Network. And the last few years, they haven't been doing much. And that's understandable, real lives and all. But I used to look up those channels, and that was like inspiration for me to start doing what I did. I used to do toy reviews back in the day, and like work through my toy hunts, these live streams, and all that. And that's why I want to build a network where we can all come together, talk about this stuff, where nobody's judged. I mean, shoot, I'll let anybody on. Like, hey, David Witt, he's a cool dude. I'm surprised we haven't seen him. He's a brony, and hey, I have no problem with that. That's cool. I mean, and it doesn't matter what you're into: wrestling, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, Turtles, Power Rangers, MLP, Hot Wheels, Barbie. I don't care what you're into. Just a fun place where nobody's judged. As long as you're not into anything that's crazy, you're welcome to come and join us. But wrestling's one of the main forces. That's what connects all of us together. We're all wrestling fans.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And there could be sometimes down the track I might be able to do some gameplays or anything like that as well.
Like WF No Mercy. That I want to see more of that. When you can start doing that, we can do it on
definitely
on that channel where you and I can commentate, do our own little Battle of the Brands. And by the way, Josh is gonna have something awesome coming soon for our channel banner. That's gonna be based off SmackDown versus Raw with me and him on it. Because I'm red like the old school Raw, he's blue like SmackDown. So that I'm looking forward to when he has it finished. So he'll be sharing work in progress with me, and then he'll have the banner on the channel, and we'll reveal it soon once he has it done.
Yep, the banner will be starting sometime around about Wednesday on a hump day. Happy as a camel on a hump day.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
All right, so guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Maybe we might do some off-camera talking because my StreamYard right now, because it's the free plan, I can't go for much longer than 2 hours. Otherwise, it'll cut me off. So, everybody, if you want to say your last words to the viewers before we cut it off, feel free, and then I'll close it out.
Yep. Well, all I have to say is subscribe to the new joint channel. We'll have more content on there very soon, and we're going to have not just new content, but also new slogan, new banner, new everything down the track. It's going to be a slow progress, but saying that, we'll get there.
Oh yeah.
But the only way to do that is for you guys to support us, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I don't care if you beat the shit out of it. Just do it, and we'll be on track. At the moment, we're trying to reach the goal of 100 subscribers on there already. And once that's reached, then we're going to try and go for the top.
All right.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess that's for me. I would say I hope you enjoyed this stream as much as we had. And yes, there will be some more of this later on down the track. Like they say, they will be doing some other stuff like video gaming, streaming, unboxing, anime, reactions, memes. Try not to laugh, and all the other jazz. Yeah, but
which I'll follow on that one.
Yeah, but yeah, like they say, keep on watching on these streams, subscribing, all that stuff. So yeah, we'll be seeing you pretty soon.
I had a great time on here, and it's so awesome being a part of this community, talking about wrestling and Star Wars and Marvel. It's awesome. And, of course, keep collecting.
Yep. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Rock on. Keep collecting. Stay safe. And Vince McMahon, you need to retire. Let go of WWE. Give it back to the fans because we're not the WWE-verse. We're fans. It's a wrestling company. It's wrestling, not sports entertainment. So that's it, guys. We're ending it here. Everybody, thanks so much for